Something that I've just sort of had to accept recently was that people who do not know what normalcy looks like will call you crazy because they are so attached to backwards and dysfunctional ways of living that it's literally an example of like good being called bad and bad being called good, right? It's like that's how detached they are from living in an efficient, normal way. Like, take for example, financial stewardship, right? Like, you have people who grow up in families where nobody knows how to manage finances whatsoever. Like, they live paycheck to paycheck. This is normalized. They blow their money. They don't budget. None of that. So if there's someone who actually is a little bit more financially savvy, who's like, you need to, set aside money into a high yielding savings account, get a Roth IRA, get a 401k, diversify your assets. A lot of the time, the person who, again, is because that's what normal, hopefully, that is what should be considered normal to like be diligent and be a good steward of your money. But like someone who is just used to blowing their money and just kind of being very careless, they might think that you're crazy for actually watching where your money goes. Like, I'll never forget, I saw a video of this NFL player who had just signed his rookie contract, and he was saying that he watches every cent. Like, if 50 cents moves from his account, he'll call his financial advisor and say, like, where did those 50 cents go? There were a lot of people in the comments who thought he was crazy because they don't understand that's actually how you should be. Like, you should actually know where like, if you watch any video on how to manage your money. Like, that's, they all say that, like, track your receipts, like track your money. That's normal. But for someone who's just used to blowing their money and again being careless and just not knowing what they're doing, they will think that being financially frugal and watching your money is abnormal, and they'll even think that you're crazy for actually being normal. Okay, something else that I saw as well, or something that I can think of, is boundaries, right? A normal human being, if you say something or you do something that someone doesn't like, chances are that person is going to distance themselves. They're going to establish a boundary. That's normal. Okay, but for a lot of people, they're not used to that. They have created, or they live in a reality where boundaries don't exist. They talk to people however they want. They do whatever they want to people, and they just expect that person to be a doormat and to just let people walk all over them. And so when you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna pick up the phone when you call. I'm not gonna be there for you because you clearly don't respect me. They will think that you're crazy for having boundaries. They will literally think there's something wrong with you because you're staying in your lane and you're not letting two cars drive in a lane that's meant for one car. Like, that's like, some people are so backwards that it's like they become detached. Or like, another one is relationships. Like, there are a lot of people who do not know what a healthy relationship looks like, and they think that cursing out the person that you claim to love, or ignoring the person you claim to love, or not communicating for days at a time with the person that you claim to love, they think that is normal. And so when you get into a relationship and you're like, you haven't spoken to me in a week, like, why are you ignoring me? And the person's like, you're crazy. It's like, no, this what you're doing isn't normal. And it's like, but some people get so used to dysfunctionalism. Like, again, I call it the normalization of dysfunctionalism. It's like they get so used to living in a backwards way of living that when you sort of become the jailbreak, or you become the one that like breaks the pattern, they will think that you're crazy because they don't know what normal even looks like.